I'm going to show you what the point system is in ClassDojo. So it's actually a very cool tool that I found has motivated my students a lot. You see these little bubbles at the side of each student and also as the class as a whole. And these represent points that the students have earned throughout the day, or you could even allow them to accumulate over the course of weeks or months or even the entire school year. And what they mean is that the students have done something that's been worth acknowledging and then assigning a point value to it. So here's an example. We would click on one of the students, and then we can give them points for having accomplished something. One example would be speaking Hebrew, using a Hebrew word instead of an English word during class. So if my student did that, I would click, and then you'd hear that little ding noise, and then the student's point value would go up. Now the students love that ding. If they use ClassDojo in their regular school, they know what that sound means and they know that they've been acknowledged. On the one hand, these points can be enough. Just knowing that you as the teacher acknowledge that they did something good is often enough to make them happy and make them want to keep doing those positive things. But you can also reward them with different types of rewards. It could be a bring your pet to class day. If they, as a whole class, achieve a certain number of points, it could be that the students get to choose a game that they're going to play in the next class. So these don't have to be prizes. They can be, but something that the students can earn through accumulating their points. Let's assign a point to another student. And so you can see they can be for doing things like homework or even just for participating voluntarily. You can add skills by clicking Edit Skills and then hit Add Skill. And then you can have another skill, whatever it is that you would find helpful to use. And over here you can add an icon to represent it. And they have tons of different icons. So one thing ClassDojo offers is to have negative points as well, and then that would reduce the number of points that they've accumulated. I don't recommend doing that. I've heard negative feedback from parents who've had children that have had negative points. What I recommend instead is giving positive points when the students are not doing that negative thing. So here's an example. Let's add a skill. Let's pretend you allow your students to annotate on the whiteboard during class. And it's fine if they annotate on the sides, but you don't want them to be drawing all over the part of the board that everybody needs to see. So maybe the new skill would be use annotate appropriately. And then you could discuss what that means. And if they do that, then they can be acknowledged for it. And yes, it's just asking them to do what they should already be doing. But by bringing attention to it, you're letting them know that it's important to you and it's important to the class. And then they'll take better note of it. So we have that now. And if you scroll down, you can see that you can choose for parents to see all points, positive points only, or no points. And I like to allow parents to see positive points, let them know what good things your students are doing. Okay, so let's X out on the top right. We've added our positive point value for annotate appropriately, and let's assign that to Bobby. Great. Now that might be something that after a section of the class where you've been annotating, you assign that to the entire class. The whole class did a great job today, not annotating in the middle of the board and only on the parts of the board where they're allowed to. Okay, so let's click on whole class and we'll give them that point value. And every student's point value went up and the whole class point value went up. So you could be generous with these points. The students really like to know that the things they're doing are being acknowledged. If you want to reset your bubbles, go up to Options, Reset Bubbles. We could reset them on all the students, on one student. And there you go. Now we're at a fresh start and we could start assigning new points again. Everyone participated today. What a great day. There we go.